Thank you, Rod. Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B. On Power 108.9, we're listening to some CeeLo right now. Talking about some craziness. He said he was out of touch. And some of y'all out of touch out here. Okay? So, co-host Jahada Aliyah.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of story do you have for us today? I want y'all to listen carefully so we can decide, is this 7:30 crazy or just normal? Okay, go for it.
Well, on today's 7:30 Crazy with your girl Jahira Arias, I've got college students are making the city of Miami Beach reconsider spring break as they called an emergency spring break meeting 2 days ago, stating they need to make it less fun. How you do that?
Excuse me?
And the reasons they're doing this is after spring breakers had a massive brawl in the streets and in the beaches of South Beach. One woman was seen getting pounded and kicked in the head while lying in the middle of the street. Spring break ends April 2nd, so we'll see what happens next.
Okay. So
is that 7:30 crazy or not?
This Miami?
This is in Miami, South Beach, Miami.
Okay. I'll leave it off and then I'll bounce it to you, RJ.
Okay.
All right. So, being in Atlanta, the home of Freaknik, I don't think it's 7:30 crazy. I just think individuals are crazy. I think there's some people in there that might be crazy, might be a little bit too drunk. Okay, so I don't really know how they can handle that and manage that a little bit better. But this is Miami. You can't shut spring break down. I personally don't think it's 7:30 crazy.
Down.
Okay, you being from Florida.
Well, you just have to shut those bridges down and keep everyone from coming over to Miami Beach, and they're not going to do that. So
I don't know about the bridges. What's the bridges?
The bridge from Miami to Miami Beach, you need, you're right. You have these bridges you have to cross.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
what do you think, John?
Well, I used to live in Miami.
7:30.
I used to live on South Beach, and they've shut down Memorial Weekend. So they can definitely shut down anything else if they choose to. Do I think they should? I think they may need some more control, because the issue with Miami is you can walk around the streets with drinks in your hand. You can do whatever you want.
That's
now,
how we come there.
They have been shutting down the whole that aspect of it, but I don't know. Like, kids are gonna be kids. These are college students. And what was it we used to hear all the time back in the days? It was what's that video?
Freaknik.
No, not Freaknik. It was the video that they used to do tours and everything. It was for spring breakers. Girls Gone Wild.
Oh, yeah, Girls Gone Wild.
This is just another Girls Gone Wild. That's all it is. And it's all girls, which is, I don't know what he doing over here stripping and stuff, but we good.
I got a 7:30, another that's a 7:30 cray. I got another 7:30 cray, but this is out for my sports fans out there, okay? Now we're gonna talk about Mr. Tom Brady with those New England Patriots.
Come on.
So Tom Brady and his beautiful supermodel wife Giselle, they decided this past week that they were gonna go ahead and sell his autographs, okay? Now those autographs are ranging anywhere from $1,050 on up to about $2,200. All right, now on those autographs, we're talking about helmets. We're talking about whether it's a cap, whether it's I brought mine too. I got so many ready. So for something like this, I have to pay him $1,050 just to sign this. Okay? I thought that was a little 7:30 cray. However, for our sports collectors out there, it's gonna be worth a whole lot of money in the future.
Okay, so for me, it's 7:30 cray. I'm not sport. I'm not. I'll have to watch sports because of my husband and my kids. And everybody know I love me some Mariah Carey. I still wouldn't pay $1,000 for her autograph. Now I might spend $1,000 spend a day with it.
Yeah,
but I'm not spending $1,000 for her autograph. What you think?
Well, all I have to say is, if I were Tom Brady and I can sell my own stuff and make that money my own self, because everybody else making money off
and he
it,
has millions
why
of
not
fans,
me?
And at that amount of money, they can make millions every day.
Why not me make money off my daggone self? What's wrong with that?
I guess so. Okay,
so
speaking of,
I'm gonna have you sign this $1,050.
Oh,
no, I'm gonna sign this, but you know, I'm on $1,050 now.
Right, he don't need the money. He don't need the money.
He don't need the money, but everybody else getting the money from him.
Okay. All right. So listen, when we come back, I want to know, did you all think that was 7:30 crazy or not? Hey Ben, hey Kathleen. All right. When we come back, I want to kind of continue on those college students. I got a question about the college students. When we come back, you listen to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. We'll be right back.
Hey. Hey, what's up, Mia? What's up, Carl?
Right now?
Oh, Mo.
It's right at the door.
Flora, Chantrese. What's up, fam?
Hey, so when we do that 7:30 crazy, what we'll do is you'll do it and then we'll go into a commercial. And then we'll come right back. So you don't go into another segment. That'll be a quick segment on its own. So what we want to do is we're gonna go to like 7:30 to 7:35.
Perfect.
Take a quick 1 minute break, 2 minute break, and then come right back. Yeah.
Love that.
So you need to reset and get ready.
All right.
That food look real good. It look real yummy.
It's not.
It's not?
Nope.
Well, it look real yummy.
It's not though.
Where's my fork? You said you were bringing four
You don't like to
forks.
share. You was like that when you was a little kid.
We missing forks, buddy.
Put your finger in the food.
It's not even good.
It ain't. Where is that from anyway?
Chipotle.
Chipotle. Forget Chipotle. My friend go to Chipotle every freaking day. I'm like, dude, eat something else for your life. No, I'm good.
When we come back, I'm going to piggyback off the college students.
I was just kidding. I don't want your food. But you just gonna do that anyway. You ain't really giving it to me. Sorry.
That we should let our children make more decisions. So I'm going to piggyback off this college students stuff like that. I saw an episode of Blackish where
Yes.
he went to college and he came back talking about he want to take a gap year. And he ain't got no job or nothing. So are we gonna let our kids make decisions, or are we responsible for them to get them make decisions for them for a period of time?
Yes. We covered some of this 2 weeks ago too, remember?
Y'all make decisions for y'all kids? Y'all make decisions for your
Love you
kids?
too, Sue.
Certainly.
Well, your kids are young though, right? You got little
They
ones.
owe me a college degree though.
Why?
They owe me a college degree.
Why?
It took me a long time to be convinced otherwise too.
But I would help.
What if they don't want to?
They owe it to me.
But what if they don't want to?
They owe it. Unless my son going into the league, he owes me a college degree.
Why? What if he wanted? What if he?
If it was like me, if it was like
You
me,
can't do that.
no, if it was like me where I didn't realize later when I realized what I wanted to do and I needed my degree, and then I had to go and start all the way back over, wasting doggone time. When I could have had that doggone degree back a long time ago, been done with my master's, and now I'm working on a master's right now. So, but if my daughter, if she wants to start a business or whatever the case may be, I will help them do it and have them making money while they're earning that degree. They're young.
But do you need a degree to start a business?
No.
You gotta go to work. You gotta work.
Go to school. I got you.
I want to be on your wall.
That's good.
Wait,
be on the
who
wall.
on your wall?
It changes.
What
This one right
changes
here.
on
The wall.
His wall. I'm trying to see who's on his
She's
wall.
trying to see who on the wall.
That's a random guess.
Yeah, they get swapped out.
They good. They cool. You don't have to swap
Right.
them.
You
They
bet
good.
not. Oh, you bet. Oh.
They get swapped out. You ready?
I'm going to tear it down and break it.
I will call the police
You going to call the police.
on you.
I am the police.
You ready?
You don't know who I am.
Okay.
You ready?
Nope.
Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. You know, that's a good topic, No New Friends by Drake. Oh, new friends is hard. I'm going to write that down. We got to talk about that another day. New friends is hard.
Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm good with the ones I got.
Oh,
Oh.
so,
Felt like a parent.
when we got off our 7:30 cray, I think I don't know if the consensus was it was 7:30 crazy or not. I think it was like, kind of borderline. What you think?
For me?
Yeah. Did you think anything else was 7:30 crazy?
I feel like mine was crazy because I should.
I mean, I don't want people to get hurt and stuff, but I feel like they, they need some. I feel like they need some more, like you said, security or whatever the case may be.
She was stomping on a girl's head on the street.
No, that's crazy. That's why I said she's crazy. She's crazy.
They
but,
all
okay,
crazy.
So we were talking about spring break.
Crazy.
We were talking about spring break and, you know, a lot of college students. So I was watching this episode of Blackish.
Here we go. Tell us.
All right. So, I was in my feelings when I was watching that.
I hate when Cindy's in her feelings because, man.
It'd be all off the opposite of you. So I forget the son's name, the older son's name, but he went to college to Howard, I believe it was, and then all of a sudden he done been there all of 2 weeks, and he decides to come home and tell his parents that he's taking a gap year and that he doesn't want to go back to college. So before I put any of my 2 cents in there, Jaffa.
Yes.
Do you believe that? Okay, 2 questions. Do you believe in a gap year, and what does that mean? Like, what you about to do in this gap year? And then number 2, do you feel like, as you know, when you become a mom, that you should guide your kids and up until a certain age to make sure they're making the right decisions for their future?
So I'll start with the second one first, because I was kind of a stepmom for a short period of time, and she happened to be graduating from high school and going into college. Yes, I agree with guiding your kids as best as you can. However, there is a point where you have to learn to allow them to be who they are meant to be.
Okay.
I think, because I saw how much effort, how much money and was put in towards this, and some kids, not saying she did, some kids will take it for granted, some kids will, some kids just mindfully, they're just not there. They're still kids, so they don't really necessarily know that they should be informing you of financial aid paperwork needing to be done and all this, that, and the third. Next thing you know, you're spending like 20 grand when you could have been spending nothing, or 5,000, so at some point you have to realize that you have to let them be who they are supposed to be. I think age does play a part in it as well, but you have to know your child too.
I agree.
You can't let them just go.
I agree.
RJ, what do you feel?
I agree. I got some things to say, and I want to piggyback off something you said, because I do have children. I have, children who, gone to school and college and all that. The gap year. The gap, because I'm one of those parents. There's no gap year. After high school, if you're going to college, go straight into college. I did know a young man, my son's best friend. He did take a gap year. He was an honor student from elementary. He took that gap year, went back to Africa in his hometown for a year, came back on his $500,000 scholarship to Emory, and he's an honor student. It didn't faze him one way or another. However, with one of my sons, like you said, you have to, with the SAT, allow them to, do certain things or not. I was right there, making sure you're doing the SAT, making sure you're doing, I was there every step of the way. And sometimes it is good to just step off, let them do it on their own. We're so excited for them to go to college. Let these young people earn their way. Not necessarily earn their way. They've already earned their way in college once they get accepted, but earn their way into getting in there. The dorms, I fixed up the dorm and everything. And yes, afterwards I realized, why did you do that? Because he really, I'm not sure he appreciated it as much.
Yes. Well, let me say this. I don't think the appreciation is there at that point in time. Period. So they're not going to appreciate whether you put the doggone 57-inch, 60-inch in the dorm room. That's all they want to. They just want to show it off, but they don't even have the mental capacity, I think, at that point in time to understand the sacrifice and the effort and the love that was put in, to that. But in my opinion, I feel like as a parent, my kids are 7 and 8 years old. So I'm only 8 years in the game. And I put in some blood, sweat, and tears with these minions, okay?
And I know how you feel.
I mean, when I tell you, and my husband, he will say, I mean, I put in overtime energy, okay? So you have
no excuse.
You have no excuse, but you don't have no say in terms of, hold on. You don't have any say in terms of what you're going to do if it's not productive. Okay, so I'm okay. If my son or my daughter came and said, I really don't want to go to college, Mommy, I'd say, okay, what is we going to do then? What you got set up? And you best to be telling me that about 9th or 10th grade so I can set an LLC up for you and help you build it during that point in time. But you can't come home and sit in my house and try to look for a job for 6 months, okay? And you're not making no money, and you get to come and go. Boo, a girl's getting heated, okay? You don't get to do that, okay? Just the thought of it. Now, if this is what you want to do, I'm all about planning and preparation. If this is what you want to do, you're going to finish out that first semester while you're planning on what the heck it is that you're trying to do while you at home in my house, okay? Now, if you're like me, who was at Spelman at 17 years old, and I was financially on my own. Financially, period, with school, financially on any bills I had, any incidentals I needed. So when I decided to leave school, I signed my own paperwork, and I did not go back home.
Right.
And even though it was very tough for me to survive out here in Atlanta, I remember my dad calling me when he realized how I was struggling out here. He heard through the grapevine, I don't know who he heard from. But he called me, he said, baby girl, I'm coming to need your uncle coming down there to get you, pack your stuff, we're gonna have a van, and you come back home, I'm gonna get you a job at the school system, and you come home. And I said, I was only, I think, 19 at that time. And I said, Daddy, you know that I love you, and I've never disrespected you, but if you come down here, I'm either not gonna be home or I'm not gonna answer the door. But I had a plan. And also, I didn't know exactly where that plan was gonna lead and when it was gonna come to fruition. But I was okay with the consequences, and I wasn't going to blame anybody for my hardship.
Right.
So if my kids are okay with that, then go be it and go do it. I'm all for a hustle. Okay, but I feel like you also got to come up in a household where you had to hustle. I feel like hustle is in you because maybe you had to survive at some point in time in some kind of situation. And I don't know if necessarily if our kids have that kind of hustle, when they just have so much handed, to them. So that's my thought on that. Right now, unless my kids show me something different as the years go on, they owe me a degree, and we can work on something simultaneously while they're earning their degree. So when they leave, they making some paper. That's my thoughts, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, you're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
This one.
Okay, she mad.
I was hot about that one. Ooh, that's blood pressure. Blood pressure.
Well, the only thing I wanted to add to it too.
When is that time? No, when is that time? When ain't that time yet?
I wanted to add to that like for me, I was in college.
Is this the last break?
We'll do 2 more. This will be a quick.
Yeah,
7:50
7:50
to 55.
And then I got one more break.
Yeah. We're gonna bring Vu in and just say, hey, what you got coming up next, and then we'll do your fitness tip. You do your
fitness.
I knew what you meant.
I know what he meant.
So here we're gonna do you go and talk for 5 minutes, and then you begin to say, hey, how can we follow y'all? And then we'll go into a break.
Right now we're on a break. We're gonna talk about 5 minutes.
And then when you come back, then you're gonna do when you go out from this one, you're gonna say, hey, how can we follow y'all? When we say, hey, when we come back, we'll wrap this thing up, blah, 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 and we'll tell you what Ann has coming up next. And then you transfer it to her. Once you transfer it to her, you do your fitness, health tip. And then we...
After Ann or before Ann?
After Ann.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, go grab it.
Well, no, I was just gonna say the same. Like I was like I had graduated. I mean, I didn't graduate. I was in school, and my family moved to Florida. So I was kind of like left here to fend for self and figure things out. So I'm saying, like, for me, I had to learn how to survive and live on my own, and I was only 18.
That's what I'm saying. You weren't living with them, though. You ain't followed them to wherever they went.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Right. Right.
Nope, I didn't. And that's what I mean, like, with the kids, you're right. They don't have the hustle in them.
No.
But it's up to us to show them. That's why one of the reasons,
in different areas,
like, for
but
me,
I don't think they have the survival hustle like we do. I think
Right.
they have the hustle with, they can have the hustle with business if you teach them that. But I feel like the hustle, like the survival hustle, comes with your upbringing.
But
Yes.
my thing is, I think in this generation, you just gotta let them figure it out. We can't. In this,
And they'll be a bum.
No, it's not.
They won't be a
You're not
bum.
gonna let them fail.
And I want both.
You're not gonna let them
both
fail.
sides, 'cause I don't
But
want-
we
you
cannot.
do gotta let them figure it
Yeah,
out.
you can't let.
But it's
You can't
hard.
say. You
It's
can't
hard.
tell them that I'm gonna raise you the way I was raised, and it's about this.
Right.
It's not.
No.
All
No.
you can do is give them the platform. Like Malik is down
Everybody
in Auburn,
comes
right?
with a different
But
blueprint.
Is that
at my
Auburn?
expense?
Every child comes with a
It's your
different
child.
blueprint in terms of how.
As long as
So
they're
they can just
doing.
stay at home and sit at home?
No.
That's not
I'm
what he's saying, no.
disrespect. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying you gotta go to college or you gotta do this. You gotta figure it out.
right.
Well,
I'm not gonna let you
but
fail.
We're saying the same thing. I'm saying you can't come home and chill.
No, that's not
That's
an
what I'm saying.
option.
But there are a lot of
But
parents who
but
do
at the
that.
same time, though, you ain't gonna let your baby fail.
Oh, hell no.
You ain't gonna let